Let's discover the magic of maths with some tricky tips to make you into a human calculator.
Some tricky tips that will help you with the 9 times tables. Now the first one we're going to do is we're going to get our hands just like this and we're going to number them. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now my wonderful videographer, can you give us a number between 1 and 10?
6.
6. Okay, so we're going to count to number 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put this one down. Now this is our choice here. So we're doing 6 times 9, which is going to result in a 2-digit number. Now to find out the first digit, we've got all these just before our thumb here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to be the first digit. And how do we get that second digit? Well, what's on this side of our finger here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is going to be 54. And if you want to check that on your calculators, you'll get the right answer. Now another cool thing, while I've still got your attention, is you'll notice whenever you times a number, let's say between 2 and 10 by 9, you're going to get a 2-digit number, like we have here. And if you add those 2 digits together, you're always going to get 9. Here is a tricky tip, all to do with the 11 times tables, and especially when you want to times them by a 2-digit number. Now, my wonderful videographer and amazing assistant, can you give me a 2-digit number?
32.
32. Okay, so with most 2-digit numbers, when we times them by 11, we're going to get a 3-digit number, and this is a perfect example of one. Now, what we're going to do with the 32 you've given me is we know it's going to be our first digit is going to be the same as our first digit before. In most cases, we'll show an example when it isn't. And the last digit of your number is going to be the last digit of our result. So it's the second for yours, it's now going to be third. Now to get this middle digit, all we need to do is add our 2 together. So 3 plus 2 is going to give us 5. And if you do 32 times 11, you'll get 352. Now, let's look at an example. It's a little bit tricky. Now I know everyone loves the 6, 7, so we'll use that as our 2-digit number. So we're going to use the number 67. Now like I said before, the 6 becomes our first digit again, or does it? And the second digit we have in 67 is 7, so that will become our third digit. Now this one's going to stay the same, but you'll notice something. When you add 6 and 7 together, you get 13. Now the 13 is not going to go in the middle there. In fact, we're going to put the 1 from the 13 there. The 3 is going to stay, but then we're going to add the 6 and the 1 together to get our actual result of 737. Now when you times 67 by 11, that's what you're going to get. Now, one more, because I did say most of the time we get a 3-digit number, and we did on those 2 occasions. But what happens if we do the biggest 2-digit number you can get? What happens if we do 99 times 11? Well, we put the 9 there, we put the 9 there. This 9, again, is going to stay there. When we do 9 plus 9, we're going to get 18. So we'll add a 1 here. And we'll add an 8. But it's not a 1, is it? Because it's actually going to be a 10, 8, and 9. Now with those 3 examples, you should become a master at timesing 2-digit numbers by 11. Here is a tricky tip that will help you square 2-digit numbers. Now, for those who don't know, when we say squaring a number, we mean timesing that number by itself. And to start off, we're actually going to go with 2-digit numbers that end in 5. Just it's a little bit easier, you'll start to understand the process. Then you can try it with other ones that will be a little bit, well, trickier. Now, a wonderful videographer, it's a 2-digit number, but we already have one of the digits. So you're okay to give us a number between 1 and 9?
4.
4, okay, so our number is going to be 45, and we're going to square 45. Now, what we're going to start off by doing is noticing the 5 here. Now this is why I started with the 5 as our second digit, it's quite easy. Now if you do 5 times 5, you're going to get 25. So we're going to bank that as part of our answer. Now what we're going to do, to make it a little bit easier, is with our second digit, we're going to go 5 up to 50 and 5 down to 40. So we're going to do 40 times 50, which is a little bit easier because we can just do 4 times 5, which we know is going to be 20, and then we'll add another 0. Now what we do, we're going to do 200 plus our 25 from earlier, and I'm going to give us a fresh new sheet for our answer, because we'll get the answer 2025. So that is 45 squared. So 45 times 45. Oh, if I did it last year, it would have been perfect. Now, this is where it gets a little bit harder. So the 5s are quite easy because we'll always have 25. Now, to make it a little bit trickier, I know 6, 7 was big, very popular in 2025, so we'll do 6, 7. Now, we do a very similar process. We look at our 7 here, and unfortunately we don't just square 7, we do have to do a little bit of work. We're going to go 3 above and 3 below, so we'll make a note of that 3. That's what we've done there to get to 70 times 64, which is a little bit easier. Now what we're going to do with this 3 is we're going to square it. So at our end point we have the 9. Now we're going to have to do 70 times 64. Now don't worry, human calculator is here. And that is going to give us 4,480. And all we need to do to get our answer now is to add these two together. So if you do 67 times 67, you're going to get the answer 4,489. Now, I would love it if you watch this video and give it a go yourself. Hopefully, you'll become a bit of a math magician yourself, and maybe even a human calculator.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Why not try these tricks out yourself and let me know down below how it goes.